Yo, what's good, social media family, online community? This is your host with the most, Willie Beamen, Steaming Beamen. Hey, back in the building. One more time for your mind. This is the intro podcast. Y'all go follow us, man. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all that, man. Y'all go follow us, man. We doing big things, man. But I won't be before you long. I'm gonna go and get into it, but I'm gonna kind of, switch it up a little bit, man. I know we've been on the sports, and the sports world, and shout out to all the sports heads, man, who've been following me and, sharing my content. I appreciate y'all, but I'm gonna make a shift, with this segment here. Give you guys a fun fact. That's gonna be something I'm gonna get into before every segment. So this fun fact here, something that I just learned. I watched a football series on Prime. It was called The Evolution of Black Quarterbacks, and this is something that I didn't know, which was pretty cool to see. So I'm gonna get to it. Doug Williams is best known for his performance with the Washington Redskins in Super Bowl 22 against the Denver Broncos, making him the first black quarterback to both start and win the Super Bowl back in 1988. That was the year before I was born. He was named Super Bowl MVP after breaking 2 Super Bowl passing records, 340 yards, y'all, and being the first to throw 4 touchdowns in a single quarter, man. Shout out to Doug Williams. From what I know, man, he's still doing great work, man, in the football arena, the football community. I believe he's still working with the Washington Redskins, better known as the Washington Commanders. And so, shout out to Doug Williams, man. Definitely want to give you guys that fun fact. So y'all keep following me. Y'all keep watching, man. I'm going to definitely give a fun fact before I get into my topics. Keep y'all educated, you know what I'm saying? We can know what's going on in the sports world. But my first topic, man, like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to kind of give y'all a shift. And what I mean is, even though we're in the sports world and we're talking about these athletes, male, female, man, woman, at the end of the day, we got to understand that they are still human. Their sons, their daughters, their husbands, their wives, their cousins, their uncles, they all these different things. They wear other hats outside of just being an athlete, but we put them on this pedestal, not really realizing that they're human. One thing that I always quote when it comes to us as people, especially men, we're always taught to be Superman, but we're never taught to be Clark Kent, if that makes sense. And what I'm really saying is, we gotta learn how to just be human sometimes, just be ourselves, man. I believe God wired and designed us a certain way, and so whoever God calls you to be, man, your personality, your swag, your style, just be that. And so don't try to be anybody else, because it won't work. It won't work, man. So I'm gonna get into this first one. Let's get to it. I'm gonna talk about my boy Anthony Edwards, man, who plays with the Minnesota Timberwolves. We're gonna talk about his love life a little bit, and his child that he just recently had earlier this year. Let me get to it. Here we go. Let's see. Anthony Edwards is undoubtedly one of the most notable players in the NBA right now, with astounding career stats he has earned. He is currently playing for the Minnesota Timberwolves, of course. While he shines with his gameplay, the romantic side of the star has also been prominent. He is reportedly dating Shannon Jackson since 2020. At least that is when she went public with her relationship with the 23-year-old Anthony Edwards. Let's look more into it. In 2020, social media influencer Shannon Jackson shared the couple's first public photo on IG, and since then, she's often been spotted courtside at Anthony Edwards games with the Minnesota Timberwolves. It was a great year for the NBA star. He was selected as number 1 overall pick in the NBA draft in 2020, a move that ultimately earned him as a spot on the NBA All-Rookie First Team. But most importantly, he also found love of his life that year. The social media influencer went public, sharing a photo of her with Jackson hugging together, captioning, "Together forever, any problem you got, I got it." A little bit more. On January 21st, 2023, just before her 29th birthday, Edwards scored a season-high 44 points, including 8 3-pointers, my boy out there balling, in a win over the Houston Rockets. He dedicated the impressive performance to Shannon. "My girlfriend's birthday is in a few days. She's going out of the country, so I had to put on a show for her," Edwards told ESPN at the time, while blowing the kiss towards Shannon. She has been an avid supporter of the star. On March 2nd, 2024, Edwards left the Timberwolves game at halftime. If you are curious about the reason behind it, he left the game because Shannon and Edwards welcomed their daughter. I believe this is Aislinn on that day. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Don't judge me, A. Edwards. And I'll leave y'all with this. Later, Shannon posted a photo on her Instagram story showing Edwards cuddling with their daughter at home. She was waiting on him to come home to do this, she wrote with a laughter emoji. But yeah, man, I just wanted to kind of flip the script a little bit for you guys, man. This is sports therapy, so we're gonna get into all elements, man, of these players. And so and the reason how I found out that Anthony Edwards had a child is another series on Netflix called Starting Five, where it kind of goes into detail of certain players' lives. You had Anthony Edwards on there, you had LeBron James, you had Sabonis for the Sacramento Kings, you had Jimmy Butler that plays with the Miami Heat, and Jason Tatum that plays with the Celtics. So you see not them just on the court, but you also see their lives outside of the court with their kids, with their family, with their siblings, just the everyday life, man, of just a human being. And so that's why I wanted to get into Anthony Edwards, as a human being. And I remember watching that episode. He's literally in the middle of a game, y'all, playing. And if y'all know Anthony Edwards' dog, he's from Atlanta, so he got that dog in him. In the middle of a game playing, his agent or his manager, which is his uncle, I believe, hits him up like, "Hey fam, she can have his baby anytime soon." So he literally leaves the game. He's running to the car, man, trying to put his clothes on, all that, man. He gets in the car, they get to the hospital. He's there in the room with his girl, Shannon, man. And, as men, we really don't do well with that stuff. And so he's in and out of the room, man. But after that, fast forward, man, Shannon has the baby, man. And, man, you can see the demeanor, man, of Anthony Edwards. It's like his whole mood changes. And it's almost like, man, there's so much joy in him holding his baby, man. And as you move forward in that series, everywhere they went, man, he's hugging, he's holding his little girl. It's like I saw him more with the baby than his girl. So, man, it just shows you as a man, that we love our children, and we do our best to make sure that we show them that type of love, man. And it definitely showed me a different side of Anthony Edwards off the court, and him making sure he's there, man, for his newborn child. Well, a few months in now, because that was back in March. But yeah, this was something that was dope to see, man. This is one of my favorite players as well, Kyrie Irving, man. We all know Kyrie Irving, man, one of the most prolific scorers, man. A guy probably, in my opinion, probably has the best handles of all time. We can argue that. We know AI was a dog himself, but Kyrie was that dude. But I want to kind of get into, I saw a video clip on IG. Kyrie Irving was with Kai. We all know Kai. He's real big on Twitch right now. And I saw them working out. But while they were working out, man, I saw the most beautiful thing, seeing Kyrie, man, worship, getting his praise on to a guy that I follow, Mally Music, man. Mally Music is a dope artist, man, has great music. A guy that I've been listening to for quite some time. He has a song called Yahweh. And so let me go and get to this. Let me see. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so basically what I was saying, just seeing Kyrie get his worship on, man, jamming out and just being himself. And so I wanted to make a shift in this series, or in this segment, just to kind of share with y'all, man. They're not just athletes. At the end of the day, they're human. So let them be human, man. Let them be who they are. And I thought that was probably one of the most dopest things, to see Kyrie out of his element, getting his worship on to one of the greatest artists we know of this time, Mally Music, and one of the dopest songs that I love, Yahweh. And so, yeah, it was really, really dope to see, man. To see him out of his element and just having fun. And so, but yeah, man, that's my TED Talk, man. I just wanted to give y'all a switch, give y'all a pivot, man, in this sports therapy segment. But y'all continue to follow us, man. This is the Intro Podcast. This is your host with the most, Willie Beamen. We will see y'all next time. Peace.